Hey, what's going on everybody? I'm Caleb from CZRTech, and today I'm going to be talking about if it is worth it to buy a used gaming laptop in 2018. Okay, so I have purchased this Alienware 17 for about $425, making it a better deal in my opinion than any other laptops found at around $400. The chassis of this laptop is in pretty good condition. There are only a few minor flaws in the chassis, but I did find the keyboard deck to be very dirty and very hard to clean. When I purchased this laptop, it only had a 1TB hard drive in it, making it painfully slow to use. I since then added an extra 240GB SSD and reformatted the hard drive. Now Windows feels super snappy and there are no slowdowns anywhere. The screen isn't the best, having a 1080p 60Hz TN panel. For gaming it is fine and very enjoyable to use, but if you want to do some content creation, I'd look elsewhere. The hardware inside this laptop puts it more towards the mid-range of gaming laptops, but I still find it very capable of running today's most demanding games. The processor is a 4-core, 8-thread Intel Core i7 4700MQ and rocks a GeForce GTX 780M with 4GB of GDDR5 memory for the graphics card. The processor should still be capable of doing everyday tasks, turboing in at 3.25 GHz. Although lacking in the graphics department, it does feature 16GB of DDR4 RAM clocked in at 1600 MHz. The graphics card is a little dated and it shows that. For those of you wondering, here are the benchmarks. GTA 5 was very smooth, averaging 145 FPS at the normal preset with no anti-aliasing. I did experience one crash in the 3 test runs that I did. Fortnite ran really well on this laptop as well, averaging 47 FPS at the Ultra preset, which is totally playable. Rainbow Six Siege also managed to pass the 60Hz limit of the screen, averaging in at 77 FPS at high preset, so I consider this game another win. We all know that Rise of the Tomb Raider is a more difficult game to run, so I'm pleased to say that this laptop managed to get 44 FPS at high preset with no anti-aliasing, which is totally playable. For a synthetic benchmark, we ran 3D Mark Firestrike. In 3D Mark Firestrike, we got a score of 5243, which is still better than all Office laptops. It almost meets the requirements for VR gaming, which is definitely a win for this laptop. PUBG struggled to run on this laptop on any other settings rather than low, but PUBG, as we all know, is a very poorly optimized game and depends on what is going on in the environment, so please take these results with a grain of salt. Now for thermals. The room temperature while testing was 26 degrees Celsius or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Now to get to the temps, I ran IDA64 for 20 minutes doing an FPU and GPU stress test. The CPU's max temperature was 84 degrees and the average was 78, while the GPU's max temperature was 81 and the average was 79. This is a worst case scenario for temps because in gaming the CPU and GPU will never hit 100% usage all the time. This laptop is pretty loud, cranking in a max volume of 63 decibels. At idle, I found it to be pretty quiet, sitting in at 34 decibels. The fans were barely on and I could not notice them at all. Here's a quick sound test. The battery life on this laptop is not great due to the lack of NVIDIA Optimus technology, which allows the laptop to use integrated graphics rather than the dedicated graphics, which eats up a lot of battery life. While watching YouTube at 720p, we are able to see a max battery life of 2 hours and 51 minutes. Overall, I think that if you could find a laptop with these specs or even better for around $300 to $500, I think that you are getting a steal of a deal. Most laptops at $300 or $500 can barely run games, but are much more portable and have better battery life, so if you don't care about the battery life or it being portable, sure, pick up an old gaming laptop if you don't want to spend the premium for new gaming laptops. So anyways guys, this is the end of the first video of CZRTech. Go ahead and press that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And anyways guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.